Right, it's currently Tuesday and it's currently 150 currently. I just took a trade to profit. In the weekly outlook this earlier this morning, I talked about the fact that I was expecting more of buys because directional candlestick actually signifies that you're having more of buys this week. And what is a directional candlestick? Directional candlestick is a candlestick that is the first candlestick to actually close with a full body above the high or low of the first two candle form for the week. But in this case, we had the bullish candlestick close above the first 2 4 candle with a full body. So that signifies that we are going to be having more buys this week. So I was just waiting to position myself rightly. I initially wanted to go in for a sell on GBPUSD this morning because I was expecting price to come to a particular trend line that we had in the market spanning from the 4-hour time frame. But I, on the other side, knew that we should be having more buys, but I don't want to be hell-bent. I don't want to be discretional about this is what I want to happen and this is because the market does not really care about my opinion. It just follows suit with the volume of buyers and sellers in the market. So price came into a zone that already mapped out. I'm still going to show you into the screen and just show you how it went. If I let me not just bore you with talks and let me just take you into the screen and show you exactly how I actually took that trade. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the channel and stick to the end of the video because you're going to learn something definitely. So let's go into the chat. Without wasting much of your time, I would just want to take you straight into the chart and just explain to you what my thought process was, what I was looking out for in the chart today, and just everything that make me go in for the trade today. So let's just get into it without further ado. All right, so let's go to the 4 hours time frame. The 4 hours time frame. Of course, by now you should know doing a top-down analysis is very, very important, so you can just have a better understanding of which side the market is actually going. So as you can see, the overall move of the market is still bullish. It's still bullish. So we had this candlestick, which was our directional candlestick. It was the first candlestick to close with a full body above the first 2 4 candle with a full body. So that actually gave us an informed decision that we should be having more buys this week. So going straight to the 15 minutes to the 1 hour time frame, that was where I mark out my zones, and these zones are very important zones in the market. This particular zone here, let me try to shrink it so you can see it better. Yeah, this particular zone and also this zone, these are very strong zones. So I have those zones marked out already. And in the weekly outlook, I was talking about how that I was expecting price to come into this straight into this trend line, but of course I am not hell-bent on price coming into the trend line, but rather I just want to follow suit with whatever price action I'm seeing in the chart. So without being said, let's just go straight into the 15 minutes time frame because that's where I take my entry. And as you can see, we have a W pattern form around this region. Around yesterday night, we had this W pattern form. I actually checked in the chart around this region just to see what price was doing currently, and I saw that price was giving a W pattern. So even suggested that I knew we are going to have this push to at least the low of the week yesterday, but it was not the session I trade, so I did not actually think. I just closed the chart and just wanted to wait for today to come, and then I lock in my position during London session. So London session came and I came into the chart around 9, around when this candlestick was forming. That was around 9:15, and my initial buyouts was for price to come into this mini zone that I had here, and price should come down into this trend line because this trend line from the 4 hour time frame actually has 2 bounces already, and I was expecting the third bounce to happen for that impulsive move to happen. So but that did not actually happen, and my second take was that if price should close above the zone, this mini zone that I had here, this mini zone with a bullish candlestick, I'm going to be locking my position in immediately. So price closed above the zone immediately with a bullish candlestick, and immediately I saw the close of the candlestick, I went in for a buy, and price came into this zone, respected it. As you can see, we have a retest upon here. Price came here, retested it. It is only very, very reasonable for price to just come into the zone, respect it. It's just price respecting key levels. So price came into it, retested, came back into the zone. As you can see, this is a bullish engulfing that actually had there. We had a pin bar, we had a bearish candlestick first, we had a pin bar, and then we have a bullish candlestick close more than 50% of this bearish candlestick that formed the impulsive move that we had on the chart. So that being said, I saw price come into the zone. And price close towards this bullish candlestick. I knew we should be having a buying spree already. So I was in the chart from here, and price came back, retested, and started going in our direction. So around 1 to 1 I already broke even because there was news by 1:30, and we don't want to just expose our account to unnecessary risks. So I broke even. The least that could actually happen is for price to come into my zone and into my break even and just tap me out. That's the least that could happen. And news got released 1:30, and price just surged up, and then we had our take profit taken out exactly 1 to 2. So that was pretty much how I actually took this trade. And one key thing I want you to take away from this whole thing that I've said is that you waiting for price at key levels is very important, and your understanding of price action is very important as well. So as a beginner, if you are just coming across the channel for the first time, or you are just new into trading, I would advise that you go look for this book, the Candlestick Trading Bible. See, that's the title. Look for that book and soak yourself into that book. It is very important. It's going to set you up. And saying you should just soak yourself in the book does not mean you should just cram the names of the candlestick formation or candlestick pattern. That's not what I mean. Just understand the psychology behind each candlestick movement, and it's going to help you make informed decision in the market. So you understand key levels. Make sure you backtest. That's very important. All these things is not a one-day thing, and it's going to take time. Make sure you backtest as well, and once you backtested forward test as well, apply it in the real market condition, and you're going to see very huge progress. And if you have anything to say, if you have a suggestion, or you also had a profitable one, you call this kind of setup that actually could, drop it in the comment section. I would love to know. And if you have any question as well, drop it in the comment section. I'm going to be answering your question in the comment section. As you can see, we are still going to be having, I can see here, we are going to be having more still buys. The impulsive move is still going to happen, but I want to just open your eyes to one key thing. As you can see the Fibonacci here. And what is the key use of a Fibonacci? The Fibonacci is just to help me detect to what extent price is going to sell to before we add that impulsive move. Now, one key thing that actually helped me not close out on this trade is the fact that I saw price close above the 0.5 ratio around this region. Let me delete this so you can see. Now price closed above the 0.5 ratio. This 0.5, this is our golden ratio. Is the price almost came here retested, but since price already closed above our 0.5 ratio, I already knew then the buy is going to definitely hold, most definitely hold. And price respected that, just gave a retest to 0.382. Go and make your research about Fibonacci as well. It's going to help you a lot, especially if you want to become a price action trader just like I am. And just study it. Yeah, it's very broad. Study it and make good use of it whenever you're in the chat. So I think I've touched on that. And if you have any other question on Fibonacci that you want me to answer, do well to drop it in the comment section. I'm going to be answering the question. And do well to like, share, subscribe to the channel. And of course, I'm going to be dropping the weekly recap on Saturday. It's going to comprise of every of the trades. I actually took the psychology behind the trades and what the trade result is eventually at the end of the week. So do well to stay connected so you can have a first-hand experience of the video, and do well to turn on your post notifications so you'll be one of the first persons to get access to that video whenever it drops. So that's it for now. I'm going to see you on the next one.